Okay, it's going to be a quick demo on a rather simple demo on how you can write a macro to do some tasks that you have to do fairly often and that might be rather repetitive. So in this case, the macro is being done really just because it can speed things up and make things a little bit more efficient for me as an administrative task that I have to sometimes do where I'm calculating workload for a number of instructors and I have to turn a report out. So right now I have the faculty members in this column here, column A. The faculty members are sorted by alphabetical order on their first names. I removed the last names just for the sake of this demo. Their workload, which is in column B here, is calculated based on the number of students that they work with, which is located in column C. I want to turn out a report that lists the faculty members from those with the highest workload down to the lowest workload. So I'm going to sort the faculty members by the number of students that they're working with. So I'm going to create a macro that will make that sort happen and then create a PDF file that I can then turn out for a report. And I'm working on a Mac computer, but many of these same techniques will work on a Windows system. The commands might be slightly different depending on whether you're using Windows or an Apple computer and whether or not, whatever version of Excel you're using. But the simplest way to do a macro in Excel is to use the recording feature. You can also program these if you know the programming language. But I'm going to stick with simple first. So we're going to go to Tools, Macro. Instead of going to macros where I would program it, I'm going to go to Record New Macro. And I'm going to give the macro a name. I'm going to call this Sort and Print. And I'm going to use a keyboard shortcut to access the macro, so Option, Command, plus the letter Z is going to allow me to access this macro. And I'm going to type a description in this window so that a week or so from now, I'll still be able to know what this was all about. So now Excel is recording my keystrokes and my commands here so that it can repeat these tasks. And I'm going to start by sorting based on the students. So I click on the column C here, go over to Data, Sort, expand the selection. And I don't want to sort by faculty member, I want to sort by the number of students. Then I want largest to smallest. Click OK. It makes that sort for me. And now I want it to print, so I'm going to go to File, Print. And I'm going to print it to PDF. So save as PDF. And I'm going to call this Output. And I'm going to go ahead and make that save. And now I'm going to stop recording the macro. I'm going to put my cursor down here, and then go back to Tools, Macro, Stop Recording. And that's really all there is to it. I've now recorded that macro, and when I want to run it again, I can hit Command, Option, and the letter Z, and it will run it within my Excel spreadsheet from this particular workbook. That can save me a lot of time and a lot of effort and really speed things up. Get some practice in making some macro recordings of your own. We do have one assignment that utilizes this as a function. And so take a look at that assignment. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'm now going to open up that file that we just created the macro for and make sure that it works. Notice that it says that my workbook contains macros, and I need to make sure I enable them if I want them to work. And you'll notice that when I saved the file, I saved it as a worksheet. I'll just show you here. I saved it as an Excel macro-enabled worksheet. So it has the file extension of .xlsm. It's an Excel spreadsheet with macros enabled. We'll save it again. So I'm going to click on my column again and mix these back up because it's still sorted from the last time we used it. I'm going to go to Data, Sort, expand the selection. Let's sort by faculty member here. A to Z, that should mix them up a little bit so that the number of students they have is not in numerical descending order. And then I'm going to hit my keys to launch the macro. So I'm going to hit Control Option Z, and you see that it repeated those tasks and did it quite quickly. So now let's see if we have our PDF file created as well. You can see now that we are sorted in descending order from the faculty with the largest number of students down to our faculty member here at the bottom with just one student. And I'm going to then open up Adobe Acrobat and see if our PDF file was created. And there's the output. And it looks like we're in pretty good shape there. Make sure you save your work anytime you've done more than you care to repeat. Best wishes. Enjoy the day.